You are now listening to the TuckersDaily Podcast with your hosts, LJ and Tiffany Tucker, a house that is united unless we're talking football.
Yo, yo, yo.
So
we're going to segue into another one. Yeah. Another top five that we just kind of want to just do this for, like, more for fun.
Yes, to give people a fairer chance. Let's break it down. AFC, NFC. Especially because NFC, we got to give y'all a chance. Let's show the quarterbacks for NFC because AFC is bringing the heat right now.
They are. I literally have four quarterbacks in my top five for the AFC. So we're going to do, like she said, AFC, NFC.
Okay. And, so let's start with what?
Let's start with NFC.
Okay. NFC.
Let's start with NFC.
Number five.
Number five? Okay.
We got number 5 for your NFC.
This is more of a personal favorite for me. You know, I like the guy. I do think.
Are we the same on our number 5? Let's see.
I don't know. We probably are. I think this guy they give him a chance, and I do think he's going to perform. I'm going to go ahead and say Justin Fields.
No.
Justin Fields, man. Justin Fields. I feel like you know this year is going to be a proven year for him. He'll have to prove himself with they got some new weapons. They got him some number one receiver. He got a wide receiver 1 now, and he already had Darnell Mooney, and him bringing in DJ Moore. I think this year is going to be he don't have to run for his life every freaking play. I think he's going to have a good year. You know, like this is Justin Fields. You know, he definitely led the league in rushing for quarterbacks last year.
Yeah, but he's a quarterback.
But I don't think he has to rush as much. If he can throw the ball, I feel like just need a little.
You know what? He also led the league in last year.
What, turnovers?
Sacks.
Well, that's because he's running for his life. He had nothing to throw it to. The offense was crap. I actually blame the coach, but that's another topic. The offense was crap. You know, if you look at the plays they were calling, it wasn't the best plays that fit his skill set. And I feel like with the weapons that he have, you let the weapons work for you. You know. And they actually brought in some running backs. I like the whole Foreman, the running back Foreman coming in there. He's pretty good, which I thought Carolina should have kept him. He coming in. If they can establish a run, I do feel the Bears and Fields. I do feel like they're making good noise.
Negative.
Who's your number 5 then?
I thought we were going to be, Dak Prescott. I know people probably Dak the Cowboys. How about the Cowboys?
No, he's good. But number 5 though.
Number 5.
So who
he better be glad he got on number 5. Okay, because he was almost not even number 5.
Wow.
Dak.
That's bold.
Was throwing interceptions last year.
No, he was.
Right.
He was. He was the reason why they.
Okay. This is a very unpopular opinion for a lot of people. Okay. And I think Dak's a great guy. No hard feelings, right? But overrated.
No, you can't say overrated. You know, just look at the Cowboys' history of quarterbacks.
Who cares?
We're
talking about quarterbacks. Period. Overrated right now.
I can't say overrated.
Okay. You want to put right now on it? Overrated right now?
He just had a down year. But
could he be overrated right now?
No.
Okay, so not even right now.
All
I'm giving you is right now. I'll say right now, but I'm still gonna say overrated. Overrated right now. Why he's overrated? Because people like you and everybody else think he is just. Y'all just keep having hope that Dak gonna do it. Dak gonna do it.
Well, first of all,
and Dak don't do it, y'all.
He don't. I mean, he's Dak Prescott. He's still he's
just a great guy, so everybody like him.
But that's what you need. He's a good leader. We need
a winning.
His only problem last year, he did throw some interception that was very questionable.
But there's a
lot.
He's on the top 5 though. He's on it. That's why he made 5. He made 5. I do not believe this is the year that they're going to do something different. He's going to do something different. I don't believe it. I do not believe it.
It's a little different for me.
I don't believe it. So he's still number 5. So we're talking about him as if he didn't make the list. He did make the list. He's just number 5.
He's going to get it together.
And it really was kind of a pity.
He's going to get it together.
Pity pick, but
dang,
hopefully. Because I like him too,
so
right? I like him.
I
like him too. So I want to see him win. So he made top 5 because he does have the ability, but I don't know. I think he's just slower now. Slower in speed, slower in his IQ of what he's looking at on the field. He's just slower now. He used to be great and then he lost the step. When he got hurt, he lost his step.
Get it together. I think Cowboy fans, you should be definitely good with this team you guys put together in the offseason.
They should be, but we'll see.
But we'll see. I think if he just tighten up on that interception problem.
So okay, well, tell me this: because they've done a lot of stuff in the offseason, moving people around and trying to create a better team for Dak. If Dak does not do it this year and doesn't play as well, still having interceptions, will y'all now believe that Dak is overrated?
But yes, we can say he's overrated, but it's almost like, okay, you give up on Dak. Let's say they give up on Dak. I say they give up on Dak. What other options do you have that's better in the NFC in any quarterback?
The question is, will he be overrated if he does not show up this season?
No.
So it will still be. What would be the problem then? What would be the problem?
The problem, and one thing I think, me personally, is the play calling. I do feel like they have weapons that they don't utilize.
But
I think they try to put it too much in Dak's hands instead of him using the weapons he has. When I say weapons, like he has two good running backs. Like Tony Pollard was great. The game they had against Minnesota Vikings when they scored like 30, 40 points, that offense, that's how the offense should have ran. But they didn't run the ball. They didn't do the ball like that. I think
next year it's going to be change the coach.
I believe you change the coach because
Cowboys fans, that's what y'all do too. You know that, right?
Well, I'm not a Cowboys fan. Let's go ahead and state that I'm not a Cowboy fan.
But
I'm just talking football.
Cowboys fans do this a lot, right?
They do.
They did the same thing when they had Tony Romo. It was everybody but Tony Romo, wasn't it? It was everybody but they changed everybody to the doggone administration, coach, running back, and everything until it was like Tony Romo got out of there and then Dak came. It was like, ooh, it was Tony Romo.
And what they do, they started to go to the playoffs. They won a playoff game, I believe, and I just feel like
they don't know how to keep their. You know what? That's what the Cowboys. That's what y'all good for. Y'all don't know how to sustain your quarterbacks playing. Y'all get quarterbacks when they first come in, hot. Everyone's like, "Ooh, this is it. This is it." And somehow over time they fizzle out so quick.
So what is
that? It's like puppy love, right? You're so in love and then you fizzle out quick. It's just like it burns so hot it fizzles out quick.
Here she go.
I'm just saying. Think about it. All the quarterbacks start off so hot and they hot.
No, it's true.
And then they just fizzle and die and just.
If we try to compare him to Tony Romo and the other quarterbacks they had in between that Tony Romo phase. Anyway, we'll go to our number 4.
Yeah, so number 4.
So number 4 for me. It's interesting because I did put golf as my number 4.
Okay.
I put him in, like I stated before earlier in the video, like golf is gonna have a good season.
I have golf at number 3, so we're good on golf.
Okay, she got golf as number 3. Who's your number 4 though?
Cousins. Can't forget about our old Cousins.
That's the person who I feel who chokes. He choked in the last game they needed him. He choked.
How come? Okay, how can you have a wide receiver named Justin Jefferson with so padded of a stats and he don't have a quarterback who's throwing him back?
He's definitely...
Who's a quarterback who's throwing him back?
He's not a bad quarterback. He's not a bad quarterback. I'm not knocking Cousins.
Don't let Justin Jefferson shadow.
He's solid. But you know what thing about Cousins? This is his year. If he don't get it this year, he's gone. I will say this. This is last year of his contract that he had with him. If he don't get it this year, they're going to find another quarterback.
Get the championship?
Yeah, he's definitely got to make playoffs.
First of all,
he definitely has to make playoffs.
He's always leading in passing.
Definitely have to make.
He's leading in touchdowns. When I say leading, guys, I don't mean number 1. I mean like within the top 10 or top 5. He's a
solid quarterback.
He is making his stats. Like he is. Now they're not, and they also are winning. So it's like I don't know what will put him on the.
I'm telling you, this year, especially with Aaron Rodgers gone out.
Who's your number 3?
Dak is my number 3.
So you got Dak over Cousins?
Yes. 100%. 100%. What are we even debating here? Honestly, 1, they're interchangeable. 1, 2.
Well, Cousins did throw a lot of interceptions too.
Let's get back. And now, the problem now with both of these quarterbacks may have is the division that they're going to play in. First, yes, you had Aaron Rodgers up there in Green Bay. That was their kryptonite. That was a Minnesota Viking kryptonite, But he's not there no more. So this is why I say it's Cousins' year, because now Cousins got to prove himself. Cousins has to prove himself in that division where you're honestly, if we're going by stats wise, I think he is the top quarterback in that division.
Who?
Kirk Cousins. I think he's the top quarterback in the division now. It was Aaron Rodgers, but now he's gone to the Jets. This is his year. And I think if he don't get it together this year, they will be shopping for another quarterback next year. Now, Dak, on the other hand, Dak may
loyalty behind him.
It's not loyalty. It's not loyalty. I just feel like this. It's kind of almost that situation with Kyler Murray at one point where should they pay Kyler Murray? And I don't want to segue into this, but Kyler Murray was a good quarterback. Yes, he's really good. But everybody was contemplating, should they give him that money? But you think about it. If you was a trade to get rid of him, who would you get to replace that? Who's out there to replace it? Still, you had that team around him. I feel like with the Cowboys, had all these weapons around them, could you really get in place of Dak? I don't know, but that don't mean he's not overrated. He is. But if Dak didn't have all them turnovers, which I know is part of the game, if Dak didn't have all them turnovers, them interceptions, crazy interceptions, would we be having this?
Yes, because he did not even get in. He didn't have enough passes. He didn't top the charts in touchdowns. He didn't top the charts in passes. He didn't top the charts in rushing. He didn't top the charts.
We're gonna note this. People.
Take away the interceptions. Take away the interceptions. He still didn't get. He didn't pad no stats.
I'm saying it here. Dak gonna have a good season. Dak's gonna do enough. Now, whether you're going to win it or not, I can't really boldly say that because the division is tough. But Dak going to have a good season, and we'll have a different discussion. Okay. So your number 3, my number 3 was Dak. People.
My number 3 was Goff.
And her number 3 was Goff.
All right, so now we're at 2.
We're at 2.
Number 2.
Now, 2 for me.
I think we have the same number 2. You think we have the same number 2?
Yeah, you say you're number 2.
You should have the same number 2.
We should have the same
because I know we have the same number 1.
Yeah,
Just
we have the same one.
Judging off our top 5, we should have the same number 2.
So number 2 is Geno
Smith. Geno Smith.
I think Geno Smith is going to have a great year. Like, let's call it what it is. He's very efficient, and him and Carroll, I think they'll be all right.
Yep. Sleeper pick, y'all. Sleeper pick.
Like, and then y'all watch out for Geno. And of course, number 1 got to be Jalen Hurts. You know, we're talking NFC, Jalen Hurts.
Jalen Hurts.
He could have been. If they would have won, he would have been a Super Bowl MVP that last year. So let's just
call it what it is.
Call it what it is. I'm gonna go on honorable mention real quick because this is gonna be a bold prediction. Honorable mention too. If he starts, I think Purdy. You think Purdy have a good year?
I don't know. I don't think I've seen enough from Purdy to put him anywhere.
Purdy was doing his thing.
I know he was.
Purdy was doing his thing.
He was, and everyone was like, "Oh, Mr. What is it? Unforgettable
irrelevant, Mr. Irrelevant."
Yeah.
Hey, Purdy was doing a thing. I think Purdy he got a little swag on him. He great team around him. It's just that
I don't think
49 is a great team.
Yeah, but I just feel like I haven't seen enough, like duration, right? Sustainability. I haven't seen enough to really make an impression on or opinion on that. I do think if he plays like he was playing, then
they a problem. And I think 49 is still a problem. Definitely. They got a good quarterback situation out there with him and Trey Lance.
And they don't really need a quarterback because they got a great running back.
They got a great running back. They got 2 good receivers, and they got a really good tight end. So and they got probably still arguably one of the best defense. So But that'd be my honorable mentions. Purdy.
Okay.
You want to go ahead and go? We're gonna go ahead and go into the top AFC quarterbacks. Okay. This is gonna be very interesting.
All right, let's have it.
All right, so I'm gonna start mine off. Number 5, I did put Josh Allen. I did, and I'm not saying that, but Josh Allen.
I
put Josh Allen number 5. You know, like what she said, they gotta get it together. I think if they get it together mentally and they get that brotherhood, that bond, they could be dangerous.
Yep.
They only a player away.
Yep.
They can be very dangerous, you know.
Yeah. If they do get it together, they are a solid team.
They are a solid team. I think the only thing to stop them now is the division. That division pretty tough. But they're a solid team, you know.
Yeah.
Josh Allen, he is a monster. That's 6'5", 265, 260, and he can run and throw. He's a problem.
He is definitely a problem.
He's a problem.
Yeah.
Number 4 for me is my little pick that I had that she didn't agree with before. Tua. I get Tua. I think Tua a little more efficient. The team, that coach, I think they had the brotherhood. Now it's just can they get it all together and beat the Bills and the Jets? That's the only 2 teams I think they have to worry about in that division, and I think they'll cover the Patriots.
They're definitely not beating the Jets or the Bills. So
I'm going to do Tua. So Tua is my number 4, you guys.
My number 4 is actually Aaron Rodgers. Right. That's
not a bad pick, of course.
Aaron Rodgers is going to show you why he has a great arm. Everyone knows that Aaron Rodgers throws a beautiful ball.
No, he does.
A beautiful ball. And he's going to show you that this season again. We haven't seen that in a minute.
And that's my thing. My only restraint is the fact that it's a new team. It is a new team, new system. Now, is he going to be that good?
But he going to be that
quarterback where they're going to allow him to do what he wants to do? Kind of like what Tom Brady came in and did his thing?
They are.
Okay.
They allowed him to bring in who he wanted to bring in.
Okay. And that's my only drawback. That's why I didn't put him my top 5.
You will see, and then you know what?
That team, is young, but they're good, but it's just young.
But honestly, I have no pity on a young receiver. You're a receiver. Catch the ball, son. That's what you're out there to do. So all you need to know is where your spot is, because the ball will get there. The ball will be there.
Okay.
So
that's not a bad.
Run your route. Now, if you got some kids, you got some players on there who don't know how to run their route, then y'all need to go back. What you did all off season.
Yeah, that's coaching. That's bad coaching.
So I have faith that it's going to work.
Okay.
Because Aaron Rodgers is not going to be off the beat. So the wide receivers, all they had to do is do their part.
Okay.
Sometimes I feel like sometimes we see new teams, young players, is also a young quarterback.
Yeah.
And so they have to get in sync.
Yeah.
Rodgers don't need to get in sync with nobody. They need to get in sync with him.
That's true. Okay. All right. That's solid. Solid number 4. Look at her.
All right.
Yeah,
all right. Who's my number 3?
Number 3.
Herbert.
You like Herbert, man.
The stats speak for themselves.
You are very disrespectful.
How?
Because the person you should have number 3, you don't have. So I'm down to see your top 3. Why you don't have Lamar Jackson, people? The Lamar Jackson. I think you should go with somebody who has an MVP. When you say, would you go with somebody who has proven that they can go to the playoffs and actually win a playoff game?
Lamar Jackson.
Let's get it. I want to hear this. What? He can't pass? He proved that. He can't run?
No,
he proved that.
When did he made the top 3 in passing yards yet?
But that's it.
So how has he proved that? How has he proved? He gets it done because he uses legs.
No, he gets it done because he can't pass the ball too.
I didn't say he can't pass, but he mostly gets it done because he uses his legs. Correct?
Now, granted,
correct.
You're right. But think about it. If he was on track, last year he only played 12 games. 12 games. Okay. If he would have kept playing, he definitely would have threw over 20 touchdowns. Mm-hmm. Less than 10 interceptions.
Over 20 is a little low. Top 3, we're looking at 30. Mahomes threw 44.
But think about it. Jalen Hurts only threw 22.
And that's why he was number 2. But, no. Okay, with all seriousness, Lamar, I think... Come on, man. I won't take away that he's a good quarterback. I just don't think he's top 5.
He's the man.
None of my lists. I could be wrong. I could be wrong.
And I could be
We'll see. This year,
I could be coming up.
They always say he didn't have good people. He didn't have enough on his offense to help him out. Mm-hmm. Now he has enough. So let's see if he proved it. The reason why he didn't make my top 5 because we haven't seen it yet. So if I see it this year, maybe he'll make top 5 next year.
This year is shaping to be a good year because I think he will prove it. I think. Okay. Like I said at the beginning of the video, injuries. Injury is going to play a factor. That's why he only played 12 games. So if let's say he didn't get hurt, or let's just say his team didn't get hurt around him, and now he bringing in OBJ, who has a history of injuries. Mm-hmm. If he can stay healthy, can he be back to number 1 receiver like he usually is?
We'll talk about OBJ in another video, but not too
Lamar
sold on OBJ.
I'm going to give him that credit. And like I said, I could be biased because I'm thinking of a game plan. How can you game plan against
You are biased because every season you talk about Lamar Jackson.
Lamar Jackson.
Lamar Jackson.
You got to get a man his credit.
You secretly a Baltimore Ravens fan.
No. Ooh. I'm not knocking him, but no.
He said, ooh.
Oof, no.
He likes Lamar Jackson, though, guys.
I like Lamar Jackson, That's
a biased pick, but we'll give it to you because it's opinion-based, and that's your opinion.
That's my opinion.
All right.
My number 2.
Number 2.
What's your number 2?
Burrows.
Yes, Joe Burrow.
Joey B. And number 1 is Mahomes. I think you got the same thing, right?
You're right. And I'm going to interject in there. I actually think, I'm going to boldly say this, too. I think the Baltimore Ravens will beat the Bengals this year because of Lamar Jackson.
I think they have the potential to, but I won't strongly predict that they will.
But we'll talk about that, though.
Okay, so who do you think has a better chance of beating Kansas City?
Oh, in the division or just as a team in general?
Just in the AFC.
I think in the AFC.
Who do you think has a better chance of knocking them out?
I think the Broncos.
Okay, and that is... Okay.
No, listen, hear me out.
No, let's say that. We'll say that for another video, guys. You heard it here first. We will pick that video up. Stay tuned. If you want to hear what I have to say about that, catch us in the next video.
Stay tuned with that.
All right. See you next time. Bye.